Hey guys, shout out here again, and this week we've got our news. Unfortunately, it's just me. Work schedules didn't work out with Kirk and I, so I'm going to bring you your news. And sorry it's going to be so late in the week. It's been a hectic week. It's going to be a hectic February, so please just hang on, guys. Should be back in March. Back to normal. So, alright. So for your stories today, we have a lot of internet stuff that happened this week. Skype is now hiding your IP address. This is great for gamers who beat somebody really well and that person wants revenge because now they can't just go in and find your IP address. It was getting a little ridiculous with Twitch streamers getting swatted and stuff like that. It was getting really bad. So I'm glad that Skype has fixed that. That's a lot of issues. Also, Netflix is cracking down on VPN. So if you're using a VPN or something like Tunnel Bear or something to watch other movies that aren't available in your region, well, Netflix may crack down on it. So in Australia, it was the first one to have it happen. More than likely, Netflix is going to start doing it other places as well, which is too bad, but I guess we just gotta wait for that. And from that, the only problem is pirating is going to become more popular because of region locking. It's happened before until Netflix and VPNs became popular, so have to wait to see what happens with that. Also, last week, Windows 10 preview up people with the preview. Well, they fixed it. Windows 10 build fixes so your games don't crash anymore. Luckily, they did that really quick. Glad that was over with because crashing computer when trying to full screen a game is not fun at all. So that's something good to look forward to. And Adobe Flash just won't let go. Give it 2 years and it hopefully will be dead. It's kind of with the way that HTML5 is going, it's kind of a dead thing. Flash is it's not working very well for videos. The problem is that Hulu, HBO, CBS, NBC, MLB TV, Showtime, Pandora, and Spotify still use Flash. They're big companies, so can't just let Flash go when they're using that. Hopefully they kind of revamp their websites and their streaming services pretty quick here and move it to the HTML5 format, which is what all of our internet is coded in right now, and it's doing so much that I used to never be able to do. I'm taking a course that deals with that, and I think it's really cool to see that everything's moving to one uniform kind of way. With that news, Java 9 also has said that it will not include a web plugin. So this is estimated March 2017 for Java 9 to be coming out, which not a lot of people actually use Java plugins if they're making a new site. It's all JavaScript, which JavaScript is secure. Java 9 plugins are not, not Java 9, any Java plugin is not secure. It's got security leaks and everything, so a lot of attackers were getting to your computer through that. So with them not including that plugin, your computers are going to be a lot more safer, and it's going to be less... Actually, it's actually less strenuous on your internet when it's a plugin like that, whether with its JavaScript it's one thing coming in and not having to decode, whereas with the Java plugin it's decoding the plugin and then you have to have installed. So I'm really excited to see where that goes, and faster internet, I hope, because that's always something to look forward to is when it's faster internet. So Apple had a bunch of news as well this weekend, or this week, not this weekend, this week. There's lots of new rumors about phones. There is that they're going to be making a 4-inch version of a phone. Hopefully it'll have the new chips that they usually release that coming up and for their new phones. So that's always interesting to see the new chips that they always bring out. Seeing, ooh, they added a number to it. What's the specs? Need the specs. And there's also said to be a starting at 16 gigabyte storage capacity, and then they move up to 64 and so on. This being a little 4-inch screen and just meant to do kind of go back to the iPhone 4S actually. The 16 gigabytes isn't that bad. Everybody's complaining about the small storage on iPhones, which I agree they are compared to other ones, and we do have, like, we've got many computers running off of something smaller than an iPhone. With, granted, it's small storage, but it's still a full computer, so I think that they can do it. They can do the bigger storage, and I'm hoping to see that happen. So watch Apple in March to see if that does happen. Well, if it doesn't happen, let it happen in March. It might happen at some time. So just keep an ear down to the Apple. And if it happens, I will definitely be. I love the Apple iPhone. I got a MacBook so I could pair them all together and do this kind of stuff. So I will definitely be watching the Mac events that come out. And Chrome is also more stable on iOS, and that is because it uses Apple's new development API. They said that it was missing some stuff developing, but now they finally fixed. Apple released one that Google Chrome feels like they can use, so they used it, developed new Chrome. I haven't had any crashes in the last little bit here. I don't use Chrome all that often because I use all the other Google apps and usually use a computer to go be on Chrome, so I haven't noticed it that much, but the times that, like, Facebook kicks me out to Chrome, I do notice it and haven't had any crashes, so that's awesome to hear that they could do that. Also, on the wake of the Apple now recalls their power adapters just after Windows did theirs. That it's interesting how all these power banks are now starting to come out as recalls, so this only affects Apple's 2-prong chargers, and it's just an electric shock that happens, or the risk of it at least, and its travel kit is included with that. So link in the description one of those will take you to what all countries are affected to it, and how to get your recall done up and everything. So I know I didn't buy the Apple one, I bought a different one, so I'm good. I'm happy about that when I traveled. So, and the iPad Air 3, will that be coming out? There's no details. There's just been a rumor about it. And there's said to be an event on March 14th, which, if there isn't that event on March 14th, there will probably be the iPad Air 3, and the 4-inch screen will either be confirmed or denied as rumors. So I kind of hope that it is. I don't actually mind the smaller screen, especially for me. It's kind of like, I actually have a 4S, and I love that phone. I use it as an iPod, actually, mostly, which I wouldn't mind if they got a cheaper one, getting a new one, because it is kind of dying. It is a 4S, so it's old, and then I got a 5S. My brother has the 6, and I find the screen is too big, so I like the fact that they're thinking, oh, maybe these screens are getting too big, we should go to smaller ones. So I will definitely bring any news on that stuff to you guys. Yeah. It's kind of funny. NFL issues. During the big game, the semifinal, the New England Patriots tablet stopped working during the game. They used Microsoft Surface. And the Patriots blamed Microsoft for the outage. But Microsoft said that it was the network at the stadium. People are asking how that can work, and how one side of the stadium can be working, which was the opponent, and then there's New England that it wasn't working, whereas the other side was. It's simple. New England was on one Wi-Fi router, and that one may have went down, whereas the other team's on one, which would not surprise me if each team had their own separate Wi-Fi router. If away had one, and then New England's got a Fandango amazing one, because you don't want your teammates being on the same network as you, and you don't want things slowing down, so it's very possible that that's what happened, is that the Patriots, it could have been either that Wi-Fi router, or it could have very well been a switch or something at the main server that went off. So, I mean, network glitches happen all the time. I mean, right now as I'm reading this, I'm reading the Google Doc, and it's like trying to connect, to edit offline, turn on offline sync when you reconnect. I have a feeling I won't connect at all tonight, so good thing I'm not making any changes, because it won't save. Our internet does that all the time. Try to play online games, it doesn't work all that well. I gotta play single player games unless I go somewhere with internet. So it happens. And I am actually impressed. I watched a couple of videos on seeing how abused those things are, and those tablets are quite abused, so I'm surprised that they still work as well as they do. Microsoft obviously has a good tablet, so I see where it works in that if it's that goes that well. So, and in cars, we have cars that news that I will actually bring. I'm not gonna flood the news with these kind of things, but this is really cool. The company DMC is to make DMC 12s again. For those of you who don't know, that is the Back to the Future car. So, because there's all these laws that go in and environmental, so the DMC 12, they just couldn't fit it into budget and everything. But now with new I think it's new laws that came in, because it's an antique and because it was such a famous car, they will be able to take old car parts and build them into a car even if they have to use a new engine. And eco-friendliness won't matter because it's considered an antique show car. So I think that would be really cool. They can only make so many at a time. If you guys want to see that, remember to check out those links in the description and check out like what's all going on there with that, because I'm kind of a car guy, but I'm more of an electronics guy, so I don't like my cars and electronics to mix. So I'm glad that the DMC could be making those kind of cars again, because they were very low tech and I like that. So in movie news, we have Star Wars goes old school. What that means is it's going to still be shot on film, and the director has said that he wants to do a little bit more old school film shooting than the other ones. He said he doesn't want to change it drastically. He just wants to make it seem like it is actually shot in something like the 90s or the 80s, which it's meant to be in that time frame, which I think that's awesome of the director to recognize that and say it's been shot on film forever. Yes, we're in the digital age, but let's step it back because these are original movies. I'm making sequels. Let's not put it back. So the only thing is, he wants to shoot it in space. He wants it to be realistic as possible to what it is. So he wants to try to get it shot in space. I think that would add to the immersion of the video, of the movies, but I also think that would be too hard, and it might be a little bit iffy, so we'll have to see, though. Maybe he will. He said that he plans on it, so we'll have to see. Also, Periscope and GoPro team up together. They're a partner for the X Games coming up. I think that the X Games are actually, as I'm recording this, they're going, and they might actually be done by the time that you guys see this. Unfortunately, it's going to be a crazy week. I don't know when this video is going to be uploaded, so if you guys are into that, that's really cool. There's going to be a lot of GoPro Periscope streaming, but those GoPro videos are going to still be saved on the memory card on the GoPro, so you can be streaming it and still have the original video, which is awesome. I've been waiting for something like that for a while, because I know I've been wanting to get GoPros. I've just been, being a student, it's not possible for me, but that's kind of what I'm aiming towards, is definitely one day getting a GoPro and doing stuff like I love to quad and do kind of sports activities, so I would love to absolutely do that for you guys and show it off. So yeah, I think that's really cool, because then you can live stream and then post the videos up to YouTube later, because you still save them. So doesn't surprise me at all. How it works is your GoPro will record and then it'll send it to your phone. Unfortunately, if I understand correctly, it's only an iOS app right now, but Android will be coming pretty quick here, and it'll stream it out to Periscope. So yeah, it will kill your phone battery as well, but I think it'll be worth it. So little cool videos, or cool little news and updates to stuff today is Reddit gets an Android app. It's a 2016 beta. The Apple one is supposed to be in the works, so iOS should be able to get that. Also, Tinder updated to add GIFs, or GIFs, whichever one you guys want to call it. Those were added to Tinder, I guess just so that you can send one of you showing off or something. So, another cool little tidbits. All these ones I'm going to quickly browse over and link them in the description so you guys can check them out. Almost 30,000 drones have been registered with the FAA. I can't remember what that is. It's something in America. I know in Canada we have the Canadian... I almost said CSA, but that's Canadian Security Agency. We actually have a place that's actually right for drones that you have to register with them, and I can't remember what it's called, but... So in the States, 300,000 drones, that's pretty impressive. And Microsoft's Sway app will now save your hard work from deletion. It will save it in the cloud storage. You have so many days to get it back if you delete it off your main part. Seen other apps do it, and it's awesome how they know that people accidentally delete stuff, so I'm excited to see that. Super Bowl 50 commercial Pokemon. Okay, I'm reading off the headlines. Sorry, guys. There will be a Super Bowl commercial for Nintendo for Pokemon because it's their 50th anniversary. So that's kind of cool because Pokemon Go is coming out this year as well to celebrate 50 years. I'm definitely gonna try it out, see what it's like. I'm not buying the accessories though. I don't like that kind of stuff. And the link in there that says how to find out if it's time to replace your Windows laptop battery, I thought it was kind of cool because I figured out that I have a battery in a laptop that absolutely needs to go because it only lasts... Well, I could tell you because it only lasted 20 minutes, but I really found out how little it was holding. So, yeah, it shows you how to do a little test like that, and it's really good for those of you who are like, is my battery really that much slower than it used to be? So, and LG rumours for the G5 having this little kind of slot to replace batteries and storage kind of thing. Go check that one out. That one's kind of cool to see, like, modularity of phones. You know, there's that modular phone concept that I heard about all this time and haven't heard anything since. So, see where that one goes. If that will actually be true or if it'll just be a rumor. The F-35s that every country is bidding for because they're the new powerful jet. Well, its software is overrun bugs. Its software is overrun with bugs. So, are they really going to be that great if they've got so many bugs in them? We will definitely have to see what goes on. And another thing from Apple too is that they just updated OS X 10.6, the Snow Leopard one. It's been since 2013 since they've updated. So, for those of you who are still running it, it's kind of nice because, hey, you got a new update. It'll definitely be... I'm guessing that's just mainly security, which... in today's age, everything's digital, and we definitely need security. So, it's awesome to see that they are supporting their old platforms again. Which, yes, we know Apple does not like to do that, unfortunately, but at least they did it this time. So, and Ericsson has a 5G phone. Only problem is it weighs 150 kilograms and it's in a bus. This is not the... Ericsson is a company and they are the ones who developed 4G and LTE, and how they did it is they've got all this new technology for wireless signals and everything. They stuff it in a bus and go around driving around getting right spots for this signal wave and figuring out how to get it faster by hitting towers. So right now they're supposed to be hitting LTE towers, figuring out how to get faster speeds out of them, how the towers need to be. So they, like I said, they did it with 4G, so they also did it with some kind of new radio communication too, I was reading. So we'll definitely have to see how they fix that. So anyways, guys, that's all the news that I have for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys are enjoying the gameplay behind here too. I know I suck at games, especially in first person and driving, but it's just something to kind of watch and have in the background while we talk about the news. So I'm hoping next week Kirk will be back, and I don't know if I'm going to get it done in February, but I'm hoping to do kind of games that are coming out this week, or in the week on Friday, games that have come out that week, kind of summarize them all on Friday and still do the news on Monday Tuesdays. Monday, unfortunately, I can't upload because of my internet. I really wish I had better internet, but I don't. So unfortunately, Tuesdays are the days that these news shows will come out. And I'm hoping maybe Wednesdays, I'm hoping to do something other cool. Either that or it's going to be a second news, depending on how much news we have. So I'll get a schedule fixed out, and hopefully by March, middle of March, I'll have this all figured out and it'll be all great. So anyways, if you guys like this episode, give it a like. If you guys have any suggestions, leave them down in the comment section and let me know what you guys think and what kind of news you guys care about and which of these articles you were really thrilled about. So, and don't forget to subscribe, because I'm going to keep trying to do this. Right now it's a little hectic, but I'm going to definitely, it'll get better. So I invite you guys to come and keep checking on news that matters to me, and Kirk will have some news articles too that he'll bring to the table. So, and let me know which ones you like better, because maybe we'll just do discussion on a couple things and I can quickly run through news articles like this. So let me know what you guys want, and we'll see you guys in the next video.